And it looks like we are live, so I'm going to say hello, everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. How are we all doing this fine Monday? What have you been up to? What have you been doing? Why have you been doing it? Etc., etc., etc. Give me something to talk about so that I don't have to think. Yeah. My weekend was interesting. We actually last week, so we've had such just piss poor performance. But I've been talking to various people, setting up certain things. But last week's Wednesday video did crazy well, and then the next one did piss poor again. So who knows what's going on? I asked someone from YouTube about it, and the first person was like talking to me like a human, and then I responded to that, and I got a different person who gave me nothing but corporate spiel and, oh, we have no control over this. It's like, that didn't answer any of my questions. So that was fun. Always nice to know that no one gives a shit about you. At least no one at the thing that you've given a significant portion of work and effort to. But yeah, so, you know, it is what it is. Why? Sorry, who's French? Something about French? Oh, someone blames the French. I don't think they did this. I don't know what else that they apparently did, but it certainly wasn't this. Mine was okay, and now it just got better. I hope that has nothing to do with me, because that is depressing. Oh, but yeah. I was going to say something then, and my brain just went. Yeah, that's it. I'm talking to someone. He may show up. He may not. He does. In the chat, he's the guy who makes random clip compilations of my jokes. And I thought, you know what would be a good idea if it turns out, because apparently, according to the YouTube person, an important thing is to use shorts, and I don't like making shorts because I think they're kind of crap. But if it's the only way that I can keep my channel like going, or at least I can start to go back to the sort of growth I was having, then fuck it. If you can't beat him, join him, I guess. So the guy who does my clips, out of fun for himself, he made them without asking. I didn't talk to him about it. He just made them, and they're fun. They're fun to watch. Not gonna lie, listening to myself make jokes I like, it's kind of a good time for me. I asked him if he could like look into finding some clips that would make good shorts from my videos, and then we use those to bring people from that thing into proper videos. And if that works out, that'd be great. So that's something to sort of help, I hope. Also, I've spoken to a couple of people about doing like collabs, because I haven't done the last one of those I did was literally like just shy of a year ago now. And that was organized by someone else. I'm organizing my own ones and doing stuff. Will this be on your new channel? No. The shorts. I'm going to start putting shorts into the short realm. Effectively, if you just watch my normal videos and you don't watch shorts, you won't even notice. But there's so many people now, and it's so much of how YouTube works is it feeds you shorts first. It really wants you to go there. So my hope is to get some people out of there into proper videos. And yeah, I don't know if it's going to work, but you got to try something. So, you know, better than feeling like shit, which is what I've spent a lot of time recently doing. I just had an ad on a live stream. What? There are ads on live streams. That is a thing. God is real because Mummy said so. Well, if your Mummy said so. She's a smart cookie, apparently.
Hi, John.
Oh, Mr. Sick is here. You could make shorts out of tweets you respond to. Well, so the problem is that I'm trying to set up many, many other things in order to counteract the shitness of YouTube, because this isn't happening to just me. It's happening to basically everyone. If you go look at anybody who does similar stuff to this, you'll see their videos are a lot lower down than they were. A prime example is Creaky Blinder. He's like halved his viewership, and it really bothers him for a good reason. But occasionally one will shoot way up, and that just seems to be like how it works now. I know he was doing shorts, but I don't know. I don't really watch them, so I don't know how effective they are and how effectively he's like used those. But the point of using shorts that are made from clips or from my own videos is it does need to be, and I hate it. I hate doing low effort things. If you've seen the shorts that I did make, they're extremely high effort. They all loop. They're all like perfectly within the minute mark, and they're unique videos. But unfortunately, that took a huge amount of work, and it didn't really get me anything. So I think some deliberately selected by a person, none of this shit where it like a fucking, you get these ones that an AI will do it for you. I don't want that. It's going to be some amount of effort, but it does need to be low effort in order to be to make it worth doing. I don't know. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we try other things. But yeah, that's the sort of shopkeeping. That's not the right word. Housekeeping stuff. But yeah, minute mass videos about old Atlas got demonetized because it contained ye old racism because he was explaining that it was shit. That's very upsetting for obvious reasons, and very, very dumb. Shorts equal jingle keys. Essentially, that is what I'm kind of going with. Because a lot of the time, it's very easy to get sort of drawn into these systems without kind of realizing it.
We tend to watch, like, yeah, I know you watch shorts differently from me, but I tend to watch them in order to look for clips from movies.
Oh, yeah, I use them, like the clips from movies. We then go and find the shows wherever or find the film somewhere. We watched It, the new-ish It movie, because we'd heard so many times that it was good. And I think both of us have seen some clips from it, and it does look good. And it was good, so we watched it. So there is definitely some kind of function for it that it will feed you into other things. And that's what I hope to achieve. That some people who are just kind of casually browsing it and go, oh, that was amusing, I'll go find the real videos. I definitely don't want to become a shorts YouTuber, but I am perfectly happy well, I'm not perfectly happy. I just want to make videos the way I've always made them. That's what I want to do. But that's what I have been doing for the last year as well as I can, and it hasn't been as effective as it once was. And I think that's a big part of the reason why. So, yeah. Hadn't seen any of your vids in a while, but got back to seeing you after the collab with Emma Thorne. A lot of people do tell me that, oh, I've missed you. Oh, it's been a while. I'm glad to see you making videos again. I'm like, motherfucker, literally haven't stopped in over half a decade.
Yeti, we haven't got round to the Welcome to Derry series yet. We're watching the movies first, and then we're going to watch the series.
Yeah. You run up my recommendation on It series. Oh, is that what they're saying?
Yeah. That's what I literally just read.
Yeah, I once ignited one of your farts and it caused a big bang. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. You're an older boy than you sound. Watch pitch meetings. You won't have to watch the movie. I think most movies are better as the movies rather than random bits of movie. I do get quite annoyed at how much of a movie I'll end up seeing in clips, but it's never all of it. I can't remember who it was, but I saw someone talk about, I thought I'd seen this movie because I'd seen it all in a bunch of, I think it was Instagram or something. I don't know. This is one of my other problems. I like the platform that I'm on, and I don't like doing other platforms. People oh, you should go here, you should go there, you should go elsewhere. I was like, but I don't want to. Can I just make things where I am and expect everybody on earth to come to me? How is that unreasonable? There's a gap in notifications from your channel. Now you pop up all the time. Your vids are perfect for background listening, so seeing them in my feed is always fire. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, more than 0 people, which is the amount it should be, find that they were watching my videos and then the videos just stopped showing up. And because the memory hole is a real thing, they just forgot I exist. And I don't blame them for that. That's just how brains work. But it is quite frustrating to know that I can randomly be removed from someone's reality at the whims of a nonsense algorithm that thinks it knows what you want, but kind of really doesn't. The amount of shit that I've seen that I'm like, why are you recommending me this? I would never want this. I mean, when it comes to shorts, the amount of it that is stuff that I just don't want to see is wild. You'd think it would have a better idea of who I was. But I guess part of it is to try and make it so that it finds new things for you. And that's how old YouTube used to work, more or less. Is Count Binface really just Sics with a new paint job? No, unfortunately, I am not that cool. I don't think I'm that funny either. But he's making very entertaining stuff. I like the fact that they started calling it's going to be Bindependence Day. That was a very amusing one. And also vote for the real candidate, not the joke one. Or what was it? No. You can either vote for the joke candidate or you can vote for Count Binface. That was the one. And that was very funny. The memes have been incredibly fun. YouTube tried to Thanos snap you. YouTube tries to Thanos snap all sorts of chat. At the moment, I think it's doing it to almost everybody to some degree or another. Unless you have incredibly safe, incredibly broad content, you already had a massive following. Anybody who's small has really been kicked right in the face, and it's not fun. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, because I've been considering, like last year I made the video, I think YouTube is killing my channel. And that's still as true today as it was then. If not, the numbers are actually worse. But they do seem to be getting slightly more steady than they had been, which is better than nothing. But when I released that video, I got a real good boost for a while, like a good solid month or so. And I don't think it's because that brought new people. I think it was the people who used to watch me that just had no idea I was still around. And only a small, like, that, I think that video got like 50,000 views, which means that I have like 150,000 subs. And I'm fully aware that it's constantly getting rid of old ones and replacing them with new ones. So most of those are like genuine accounts that might actually give a shit. But there's, I don't know. YouTube shoves it down your throat anyways. I always click it away and say I'm not interested. 2 days later, guess what? More shorts. Yeah, they definitely want people to have more shorts. And at the very least, even if...
I personally wouldn't mind if it didn't take up like 2/3 of the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Or like the width of it. And it's just like, I'm trying to look for for other gaming, gaming content that I watch. And I can't see because there's these huge short boxes in the way. It's just irritating. They don't have to be that big.
I don't know what other people's homepage looks like, but most of the time mine is like 3 normal videos and then a shitload of shorts. And I'm like, that's not what I want. Occasionally, thank you, buddy. I just wanted to choke on nothing. Always a treat. Occasionally, it'll have like 2 lines of proper videos, and that's how I think it should be. But what I was going to say, will the stream stay on the channel recording? Okay, so anything that I want to do as new stuff, aside from the shorts, everything else, Pixel Chalice, it's gaming content. It's not appropriate for this channel. Not that it's inappropriate in any sense, but like, It just doesn't make sense for it to be on this channel. It would muddy the waters and probably hurt performance more. So I've made a channel for my gaming videos that I plan to make. I spent some time this weekend writing more. I'm another page in to my Final Fantasy retrospective. Final Fantasy VII retrospective. And if I do... Because I'm still working on getting faster. I've spent 2 weeks now. I've made 4 whole videos using Premiere Pro. I am now much more comfortable with it, to the point where I had to use Magic's Vegas Pro, whatever, to get some stuff for a slightly older video that hadn't been can't think of the word. When you make a video go onto the internet properly. Thank you, brain. Very helpful.
Publish.
There you go. So I had to get some stuff from that. And I kind of forgot how parts of it worked. Or at least I think my muscle memory had been lost somewhat. But yeah, like I've got the whole setup with the Stream Deck where I press buttons and it will make my guy move. I have yet to upload any of my Premiere Pro made videos, but I literally have nothing but those now to upload. So the first one and onwards this week, you'll see that's all me using a new piece of software. So I'm hoping that you won't be able to tell the difference, but maybe you will. Maybe you'll think you are. If I hadn't told you, you would have no idea. But now you could definitely see, oh, I could definitely tell the difference. Try not to do that. Just, they shouldn't be any different as far as you're concerned. Yeah, so I'm doing that to try and speed myself up so I have more time to do other things. I'm going to do the other things in other places, like conspiracy theory-esque stuff, and pure like crazy shit. Your Hans Worm Hats and your Mud Fossil Universities of the world they were getting hit really hard with how badly the performance was on this channel. So I stopped doing those Flat Earth videos as well. I tried to do them. I kept doing them, but I was being severely like punished by the algorithm for releasing that stuff. And when you get a poorly performing video, you can feel it further on. These days, the biggest problem is when you have a really good performing videos, it's like you did nothing. It's like it makes no difference, which is super irritating. You'd think it would bring more eyes, but apparently that's just not how it works anymore. But yeah, so I'm thinking about doing conspiracy theory type stuff like that on its own channel, but with like much simpler videos, which will be more about me just talking and responding rather than the more in-depth visuals. But, you know, are you cooking inside that helmet in the heat wave? Well, we have what you call it? Air conditioner.
His helmet has aircon.
I live in my helmet and my helmet has aircon, so yeah. Effectively, the idea is that you shouldn't notice any difference to anything. I'll just be working more. That's the whole point. That's always been my go-to move. I've never been one that's very good at, I don't know how to put it, but if there's a problem, I'll always just work harder. That's how I see things. What did one chip say to the other? Are you Frito-Lay? That doesn't mean much to me because Frito-Lay is like an American thing, isn't it? Sounded like you said Premiere Probed. I'm down with that. Yeah, unfortunately, no, just Premiere Pro. Same as Vegas Pro. AC. Not the helmet that was enchanted. I mean, my helmet is pretty enchanting.
Enchanting, not enchanted.
Yeah. The way YouTube is doing this seems like a bad way to make money. It would work if you were trying to push certain narratives. I genuinely don't think that... Like, there's not going to be zero of it, but I think most of it is just incompetence. never, what is it? Never attribute to malice what can be equally explained by incompetence. I think they largely just don't know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah. Like, why would anyone give a shit about me making fun of people saying stupid things? I don't think that there's anybody... Like, I think it's very, very easy for someone to think that they're very important and that someone wants to stop them saying they're important things. But I think that's a little bit narcissistic and a little bit ridiculous. Like, the more likely thing is that someone just doesn't give a shit about you, and that's why you're suffering. You're not suffering because someone hates you. You're suffering because no one cares, and that's also a problem. If at first you don't succeed, skydiving is not for you. I used to like the idea of skydiving, but as I get older, I think probably best not to cut it short now, which is a strange thing. Because you'd think by the time you're older, you're like, I'll give it a go. The worst thing can happen, I lose 5-10 years, whatever. The thing is doing the best right now. I'm making videos talking about America's orange atrocity. People say shit like that to me, and I'm like, what the fuck would I do? Like, I'm not going to refute someone who's, like, actually deranged. Like, there's nothing I need to say, and there's nothing to say. And I don't like politics. I don't mind covering pundits when they're talking about what's in my wheelhouse. But, like, Donald Trump talking about pretending that he didn't make a thing that makes him look like Jesus and it was just a summer guy is fucking, like, I don't see the point of doing that. Not for me. Even if it did well, I probably wouldn't enjoy it. I hate fog. I get so mad at it, I tried to punch it, but I missed. Oh, for fuck's sake. What is with the dad jokes today? I mean, there's always dad jokes. It's usually Benji, who's changed his name for some reason. Oh, no. Oh, wait, was it always at the end? I don't know. I don't remember things. Man who stand on toilet is high on pot. Like that. Do you have a list of topics that seem to not get good traction? I mean, essentially, what I was saying, there was things that I used to be able to make anything. As long as it was stupid, I could do okay with it. And the sort of the flat earth stuff, any sort of conspiracy theory, the bonkers shit like Hans Worm hat, like I said, Mud Fossil University, the guy with the beard whose name escapes me off the top of my head.
Santa.
That everybody thinks is just a foreign... Barnabas Nagai. They're all...
The hot one.
Yes, the one that you find attractive for some fucking reason. He wasn't even fat. Like, those were videos that used to do well for me and now just don't. And I wish I could make them again because I like being variety stupid. I've always been variety stupid. I'm trying to keep the variety, and I can still do sciencey stuff, and I can still do the more philosophy-based stuff, which is good, which is most of my videos, was always most of my videos, or at least certainly of the last 5 years. So it's not the end of the world to miss out on them, but it is a little bit annoying when I'm looking for something new and I can't think of anything that I can't just tap in. Because that's what I do. If I was like struggling to find something new that I would enjoy making a video on, I was like, well, these motherfuckers are always saying something insane. Let's have a look. And I'd find something straight away. And now I can't do that. And that's quite upsetting. But it is what it is. So the idea is to, in the future, be able to make videos on that and try and make them as simply and easily and quickly as possible. So I can have this whole other place where I just have my fun there, but it won't in any direct way benefit this channel. But I'm hoping that I can like cross promote with myself. So people who like that and like this, there's a definite Venn diagram that covers each other. They're just not 100% over, and it is what it is. I think I've said that many, many times. I waited all night for the sunrise. Then it dawned on me. God damn it. I'm trying to light a cigarette, but I finally met my match. Surely, then you would have lit it. Don't be useless. Hello, Russell. How you doing? The Dinks puppet stuff is quite something. Yes, I like Dinks. Not in a like him way. I think he's absolutely bonkers, and I think he's one of the biggest morons on the entire internet. And he was interviewed, or at least he had like a podcast with one of the other ones, a guy called Taco Talks, who I've covered before. I'm usually not someone who pays attention to who I'm covering, but I recognized one, and I definitely recognized the other, and I was like, holy shit. That is like a stupid singularity. So I didn't watch the thing. I probably should. Who knows what kind of stupid shit they've said in it. It hadn't even occurred to me to cover it. I just saw it and went, ugh, and instinctively flinched and moved away. Yeah, I should consider seeing what that is actually about. I definitely follow a second channel if I could get more hands. Yes, I figured people would. But yeah, they'd be simpler videos. Because like I'm not kidding myself. I understand that the extra work that I do on the visuals is probably good for, like, if I'm lucky, 30% of you. I understand that most people just listen to my videos. It's second screen content. But at the end of the day, I started making videos a certain way, and I think that a dip in quality on this channel would just be a bad thing. Because, you know, some amount of people do like it. And so getting rid of that would be stupid. But when I make this new channel, it is going to be, again, I don't want to say low effort. That's not the plan at all. But it is going to be something easier to make. And, right now, I'm mostly working on... I'm not going to start doing that until I get at least one video out on Pixel Challenge, a proper video. And know that I can then do that and make that and know what those are. And then I'll start thinking about doing those. But it's definitely more of a future thing than a anytime soon thing. If anybody who's wanted to buy merch from me knows that I am not an anytime soon person. I can tell you this, the algorithm changing that affects your traffic usually revert back as soon as you find a new way to get traffic. I mean, maybe. I will find out. I'm going to attempt... How far into the Final Fantasy VII video? Well, the thing about the Final Fantasy VII video is that Final Fantasy VII is a solid third to a half, story-wise, set in Midgar. And I have not left Midgar yet in my writing. And it's 3 pages in. I'm going to start cutting stuff out, but it's mostly just writing things. Every time I'll write a paragraph and I'll just make sure there's something I think is funny in it. Which is, yeah. Do you have a Discord channel? No. I do use Discord, but I don't have one for myself. Because I had one, and then I just, didn't use it because I'm not a big fan of the platform. And then it got really fucking weird. So I just shut it down. There was just 2 or 3 people who were just having their own little jokes. And I was like, okay, I have no idea what you people are like. I didn't see anything bad, but I think recently a lot of Discord channels had been fucking crazy and shit happening. Discord channel went literally never. I've joined a few other people's, and that's not a problem for me. If it has some form of, usually some kind of communication benefit, but other than that, no, I don't like it. I don't like the platform, so I'm not using it. Thinking about it, I genuinely think doing vertical live streams could bring a lot of people. It's easier to donate to a thing with a thing called YouTube Duels. I guess I could look into doing the live streams on, because I hadn't even considered that. I know you can still watch them in normal, but yeah, that's definitely something worth considering. I hadn't even thought about it. Not like I'm less concerned with the money and more concerned with just reach. Reach is good. I mainly listen to your vids as I'm usually turning wrench at the same time. Like right now, I'm hanging parking brake shoes. Those are words that I definitely understood. Any sign of Chris the Idiot lately? Do you mean CC? Because that's a flat earther and I just don't cover them anymore. Not for now. I wish. CC's a lot of fun. But no. Discord, I hardly know Cord. God's sake. Discworld is better than most things. See, you know, if it was Discworld, I guess I could go to the Discworld Discord, and I'm sure that exists. I wouldn't actually join it because no. Just so you know, Jesus isn't coming back. He wasn't nailed to a boomerang. That's a good one. I like that one. Go on then. Did you hear about the agnostic dyslexic insomniac? Stayed awake all night wondering if there really is a dog. For God's sake. Flat earthers are fun, but they are the same nonsense over and over. I mean, whenever I did do flat earthers, I always tried to find a new angle. And I do the same with the sort of stuff I cover all the time. I try and find someone saying, it's a lot, you know, a lot of it is the same shit because their arguments haven't been updated for hundreds of years. But there's always a new angle. There's always a new way to have fun with it. And sometimes you just get to learn about other things as well and learn more about things that they don't understand so that you can correct them on it. I still think your content is better than the live stream format. It seems sloppy and dull in my honest opinion, like Creaky has gone to some intermediate format where he's live commenting on stuff. Yeah, I don't know if that's what he won't do. If that's his response to the fact that his numbers are way down, I can't blame him. But yeah, like I only make these live streams because it's nice to check in once a week. This is a chance for me to actually talk to people directly. If you have questions for me, if there's something you want to know, or if you just want to say cheers, then that's what this is for. I get some people, and they drive me fucking bananas. When I've like bitched in the past that things are happening, that you know, I have a negative experience on the platform. There's people who just immediately blame these live streams, and it's like, just because you don't like it doesn't mean that it's doing all the bad things in the world. That's so stupid, and it annoys the living piss out of me. Sovereign citizens are funny. I've never had the inclination to cover them. It's the same as what I said before. It's like, what do I say? How do I debunk a sovereign citizen? Like, I don't know enough about laws in any particular place to be able to, like, genuinely refute their claims. So that's not fucking worth it. And it's mostly just a stupid person saying, laws don't apply to me, and then getting tasered. It's like, I can understand why people find that fun to watch, but I wouldn't find it fun to make a video on. It would be unfun. It would be shit. I would hate it. So it's not for me. Like, I see some other people, and the videos they make on them, like, they're fine, but a lot of it is just watching a person do something stupid, going, what a fucking idiot, right, guys? And then going on. That's not all creators on it, but that is a lot of them. And that's not what I want to make. So I'd be... You think about your general, like, video where you've got an interaction between police and a person. I like to make videos where I start at the beginning of the video and I watch basically every second of it until we get to a sort of a natural conclusion. A sovereign citizen video would mostly be someone over the hood of a car screaming at police, usually incoherently. Like, I don't know what you want me to do with that. If you think I should cover them, I genuinely want you to sit down and think what a Sics video would look like in that, because I can't fucking see it. And if you can see that, make the videos, because I want to see them. Live streaming does seem to show up in my feeds a lot more than it used to. Can you use that to push videos, like when you premiere them? I haven't premiered in years. I always found them to be... I don't know. I'm suspicious of them. I've always been suspicious of them. People tell me, they either go, yeah, they're fantastic, or they're like, what's the point? There's very few people. I've certainly seen people say, it feels like they negatively affect. And that's been my position, is that when I've done them, they feel like they kind of make the video less good. So I'm not a huge fan of them. I only ever do premieres when I know that there's going to be like a big important reason to do it. I'm pretty sure I premiered my 100k AMA. And that was fun. I really like that video, actually. Even though, to say, you know, the video that's all about me and my opinions and people asking me questions about me? Yeah, that's my favorite. But it was fun to make. You know, I can't help it if something was really fun to make. I didn't have to listen to stupid people. I mean, some of you aren't brilliant, but you're not as stupid as the people as I cover. And that's not a dig. I am very stupid too. I like all the flat earth experiments that prove the earth is a globe. Those are always fun. Any progress on your merch? It's on my to-do list. It just doesn't feel... It's annoying because I get it, and it's me being... I hate being useless, and I hate not doing things that people are asking for. Like, people want to give me money, and they want to have a t-shirt. And I get it. But it's just an amount of work that I could be actually resting and relaxing, because I'm very bad at that. So until I have extra time more than I did before, it's probably going to get ignored until I can do that. Cover hamster fight videos. How many arguments do they make? I know you're joking, but still. Most editing software has a feature that will turn a regular video into a vertical automatically and keeps the main speaker in view. If Premiere Pro has that, that might be useful going into the future to make sure that... like I was thinking I would have a funny part of a video as a short that would publish at the same time as the main video going into the future. But obviously I'm going to experiment first with these, with shorts, just trying to bring people from the other algorithm into this one. What about ancient aliens debunking? That would come under conspiracy stuff. I have covered stuff kind of like that. And even in my main, even when I could make anything I want, even those would be noticeably less performant. Let's not underestimate my epic stupidity. I mean, if it was going to be anyone. Can I talk in an American accent? I can definitely talk in a faux American accent. Whether or not you would find it convincing would likely stem from which American accent I do. If I do one that's far enough away from you and that you're inexperienced with, you'll probably think it's a good one. This is the same thing. Whenever you do accents, this is what I've learned, is that if the person you're talking to is familiar with the accent, they'll think it's bad. Even if it's really good, if they know that you're not from the place, they'll be listening really hard and catching you out on all the tiny little things that you might make mistakes on. But if they don't know and also are not that familiar, they'll probably think it's pretty good. Premiere Pro does have it. That is what I use, and it works really well. Fair enough. I will definitely look into that. at some point. Also, thank you, Demon Orb, for the muff. I thought shorts were a type of underwear. It could be two things. What you want is the shorts, which is shorts about people in shorts. And they're also only about 2 seconds long. So they're the shorts. Unboxing videos. Honestly, it has been a consideration. I've always wanted to make a channel called For Tax Purposes Only, where I just buy a thing that I want, and then I make a video and I go, yeah, it's all right. I put that online and I go, yeah, I bought it to review it. It's a business purchase. 20% back, please. Apparently some people believe that the plane trails are chemicals from the government. What? Yeah, chemtrails. That's like a huge one. I've covered chemtrails many times. Also, I think the one conspiracy thing that I might be able to cover again and actually do quite well, because it turns out that like 30% of you bastards have some connection to the aviation industry, so you quite enjoy those videos where someone say that airplanes or plane travel is fake somehow. That does a lot. Go for the southern accent. It's easiest. Say y'all. Look, if you want me to embarrass myself by doing a shitty accent, you know the sort of, it's the same thing with getting Mrs. Sick to say words. If you want it, give us some fucking money. I am not your performing monkey, apart from when I make actual videos. But here,
I'll just go watch my live streams. I say words a lot there.
she says so many words. But I mean, I was being specific about specific words. It used to be that people would pay money to get you to say gravy.
Yeah.
And then you just started saying gravy for free, like a fool.
Because it's not difficult.
Doesn't matter. Don't do something for free when you can get paid to do so. Let's say Demon Orb got activated.
Gravy.
Don't say it.
He pays for membership.
He gets one free gravy from you. All right, calm down, Demon Orb. I will temporarily ban you for spamming. I am not fucking around. Did we discuss Egypt yet? I came to the stream late. Yes, we did. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. God. Okay, so 40 minutes. And then the gravy dried up. And then the gravy died. I feel like, just like the Joker said, if you're good at something, never do it for free. That is what I was referencing. I just couldn't remember. Also, if you can. People think that Demon Orb likes gravy. Oh, don't do sad faces at me, Demon Orb. You know we tolerate you. And that is as close to love as anybody has ever gotten. Why are UK sausages called bangers? Well,
Because they're absolute bangers.
yeah, because they're really good. I don't know if it depends on the sausage. Like, I genuinely have no idea if there's... Because bangers are bangers and mash. I don't know of any other context that anybody ever talks about sausages. No one ever says bangers and chips. You'd get some looks if you asked for bangers and chips. But bangers and mash. I don't know. I guess because sometimes they explode when you cook them. If you cook a sausage in the oven, they can pop.
Due to food shortages in world wars, the bulk up meat supplies, butchers would add cheap fillers and water, and because of the water in them, they would often explode.
It was because they explode.
Yeah.
Sploders and squish potat. So there you go. Banger sandwich. No, that's just a really good sandwich. Exactly. Bangers explode. Yeah. So it's basically just... I mean, any very simple dish is always, like, going to have some sort of we were really poor for a while backstory. In almost every nation has something like that. Britain has a lot of them because we were getting the shit bombed out of us. So we made a lot of them. And they all stuck around to some extent or another. Explain Toad in the Hole. Yeah, I wish I could. She will, because she'll be looking it up now. But
I'm not looking it up. I'm making emojis.
okay. Sausage in basically, it's not pastry, is it? Is it pastry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's pastry. There you go. Done. Pardon me. I don't know if that blew anybody's ears out. I am sorry if it did. Cherry bombs and mash in the toilet. Oh my god. Especially if you put really thick gravy in it so it looked like diarrhea. That would be quite the disaster. We were really poor. Isn't that the Four Yorkshiremen sketch? Partially, but it's usually really old people who are actually quite wealthy pretending that they were really poor. Or, you know, they were really poor, but they're not anymore. Do I eat the haggis? I have been known to eat the haggis. I do not hate the haggis.
It's an elusive creature, though, is the haggis.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I went on a haggis hunt. But when I did, we ate the haggis and it was fine. I don't like neeps. You have it with neeps and tatties. I can't remember what neeps are, but they're not as good as potatoes. So I just have it with potato and maybe some veg. Do I eat beans on toast? Not frequently, but occasionally. I'm more likely to have beans with sausage and chips. That's a pretty easy meal.
Is haggis the same as blood pudding? No.
No, not even fucking
blood
close.
Pudding is like pig's blood.
And blood pudding is
like
a big...
it's like congealed, cooked
is a big, like, jet black sausage.
It's disgusting.
And when you cut it open, you can see, like, offal in it. It's... Yeah, I've never been a fan. I assume that it tastes better than it looks, but I am unwilling to try. Don't forget your haggis whistle. You got to blow it. It gets the haggis to jump out of bushes. Neeps is turnip, right? There you go. And I dislike turnip immensely. The one that parents all across the country have used to ruin perfectly good mashed potato is swede. It's like, why did you do this, mother? Mother, why did you ruin my mashed potato with swede? Because it's not even cheap anymore. I mean, it might be. I mean, we're going through another phase of bullshit. Awful can be awful. Yeah, pretty much. Do you think most well-known dishes were created on purpose, or more like, this is all we got to cook in one pot, let's see how it tastes? Absolutely. 1,000%. Most well-known dishes were just what you had and you made a thing with it. I mean, it was pointed out to me on one occasion that a lot of Mexican food is about 4 or 5 ingredients just done in a different order. Like the amount of it some of it is a tortilla and you put the things in it and you hold it like a sandwich, and then the others is you put the tortilla flat, and you put everything on top of it and you put another tortilla on, you cook it like that, and or you wrap the things and you put the 4 in the hole and then you cook it like that. Like these are a few different ingredients done in different ways. All fucking delicious, but yeah, it's based on what you have. So especially a lot of the older stuff. I was going to Super Chat as a public service announcement. YouTube is making me jump through more hoops. I'll deal with that another day. Why is it making you jump through more hoops? I'm sure you've done it before as well. Oh, well. How about this? PayPal me the money and I'll say whatever you want out loud, as long as it's not ridiculous. Within reason. I'll have to keep an eye on my thing. Or you'll have to tell me. Or you just don't do it at all. Everybody wins. Most people don't know what they're doing, and a lot of them are really good at it. That is a fair point. Where does chicken tikka masala come from? In my understanding, it was a chicken tikka was cooked in a Scottish restaurant of some description, and the guy wanted gravy, and so the guy took some of the sauce, took some tomato and stuff, and mixed it all together and a bit of yogurt, and then gave it to the guy, and he poured it on top, and there you go. Tikka masala is a quintessentially English dish. Weirdly, even though what it's made from is not all that English. They say cows are bad for the environment. All they do is eat plants and fart, just like vegan. Oh, for God's sake. It was first cooked in Scotland. Yeah, exactly. Have to go by. You have to go by. Well, you don't have to go by. You could go later. We'll do that next week. I don't want to bother with PayPal right now with only a few minutes left. Only? It's 10 whole minutes. You think you'll miss out? Today I started running. People told me it's a great way to meet others. I was excited as I met 2 paramedics, 3 nurses, 1 cardio. Oh, for God's sake. All right, calm down, Benji. I'm going to start ignoring you now. A deep-fried Mars bar for dessert. That sounds so good. Definitely would be terrible for me. Of course, I have super chatted before. That's how I didn't get my wrench. That is a very important point. Although it's not a wrench anymore, is it? It's a shield, which is hardly the same. It hasn't occurred to me until just this moment that that's not a wrench. That's terrible. Cows only account for 5 to 8% of methane in per atmosphere. The rest is cats, apparently. They say the first crisps were just an angry cook cooking fried potatoes super thin out of spite. I have heard that one. I mean, you've got to take a lot of these stories with a grain of salt because it's food, and food is better when it has seasoning on it. And also because it might not be true. Thanks for chatting with me, Michael. And I do like money, so always a good shout. I suppose you can still smack someone with a shield if it's sturdy enough. That is true. You can Captain America that shit. But, yeah, what are we looking at? The Navajo Indian translation for vegetarian is piss poor. For God's sake, it's Benji again. Why are you being obsessed with vegans? I suppose that's not a wrench. That's my mother-in-law. Aww. I'm sure she's lovely. She has to deal with you. Come on. Do English people still think of salt as a spice? No. Not even remotely. That's just a nonsense thing that people from
America say.
Yeah. A lot of America's English people eat shit food comes from the war. So soldiers came to this country that was under massive rationing and under terrible conditions and basically had nothing. And then soldiers who, came in late and took all the glory also went back and said, this country with with no fucking resources to hand, their food wasn't amazing, even though they fed me out of their own pockets. Really quite shit. Quite a shit dick move. So, yeah, that's where that comes from. Is basically people being ungrateful assholes about people feeding them food when they had barely enough to feed themselves. So do with that information what you will. Yeah, and yeah, salt is a seasoning. Everybody uses salt as a seasoning. How many of your leaders were selected by strange women lying in ponds, distributing swords? Only the good ones. Do you know / ever speak in Cockney? Now, there is a difference between Cockney and Cockney rhyming slang. Then they are not strictly aligned to each other. There's a Cockney accent. But yeah, and the other thing is, if you want to be a true Cockney, you have to have been born within the being able to hear the Battersea bells or something like that. Like, it's a really specific area to be a legit Cockney. I just can't get on with spam. Nobody likes spam. People just pretend to annoy me. Then the soldiers came home and were fed aspics and everything in gelatin. Yeah. Fucking complain. At least the things we were eating weren't that. Although the jellied eels. Weirdly, where I got the idea that British food bad came from the French, particularly Asterix in Britain comics. They didn't do much better then. I mean, yeah, that's true. But the main one, when you hear an American complaining about it, it's almost universally because soldiers came back from World War II and bitched about the food that they were given from families who could barely afford to feed themselves. It's actually pretty fucking wild when you look into it. I was also the one that super chatted to make Mrs. Sick laugh with the box that made a funny noise when you opened it. Still worth the $20. I still have that box.
The box is funny.
Occasionally I will pull the box out and it go Mrr. It is a fucking fantastic sound. All the best food comes from Earth. That is likely true, but you never know.
You never lived until you had Martian chips.
No. I mean, it's mostly sand, but...
Yeah.
I'm Irish. We don't have stellar cuisine. Listen, there's nothing wrong with good, hearty, comfort food. And if it keeps you alive, it's a good meal. Some people need to get the fuck over themselves. I love food. And I love eating. But if someone feeds you and then you bitch about it behind their back, you're a bit of a dick. All the worst food comes from Earth. This is also likely true. You can't expect to wield supreme executive power just because some watery tart chucks a sword at you. This is true. But I thought we lived in an autonomous collective. The British gave us fish and chips, shepherd's pie, and scones. What the fuck? Corny, are you drunk? Or are you just typing faster than your brain can keep up with?
I think he means scones.
I'm assuming he means scones, but I'm not. Still wrong. That's not how that's spelled. No one help him. He has to figure it out on his own. You are no longer a trespasser. You are now a target. Oh, fuck. Every time Benji comments so much, sometimes it's hard to miss. I need a way to, like, highlight him, so I always know it's him, so I can know to ignore him.
Ignore it.
I think it's a game for him, to see how many things he can get me to respond to. He did it! Fuck my poor language brain. Don't you fucking humble brag. Don't you fucking dare. You failed to spell scones twice. But you managed it in the end. Scones and clotted cream. A fucking banging dish. Bit of jam as well. Bit of strawberry jam. Oh, fucking amazing. Anybody who thinks it's bad hasn't had good ones. Jam and cream side by side on scone. Also, everybody thinks that however you pronounce it, scone, if you say scone, then if someone says scone, you think, oh, you're a fancy prick. And if you say scone and you hear someone say scone, you think, oh, you're a fancy prick. Everyone thinks everyone else is fancy, however they say that word. So I'm going to come up with a new one that can only possibly come from someone who is the lowest of lowest class. Call it... I don't know. There's not a lot of ways to say it.
Scoon.
Scoon sounds posh too. I don't think there's a way of saying that word that doesn't sound posher than the way you say it. Scunthorpe.
Scun.
I'll call them scunts.
Scuns.
I had some delicious scunts the other day.
Oh my God, that sounds horrible.
That might work. In the book I'm writing, I'm considering making it an alternative history where Wales is the main power in British Isles instead of England. So you're writing a fantasy novel. I love good cream tea. I prefer Cornish method myself, jam the cream. Like, frankly, anything that's probably a dessert is usually pretty good. There's very few desserts that aren't fairly lush. The only one I can think of is rhubarb and custard, because rhubarb is fucking disgusting. Bitter, horrible shit. I don't know how anybody likes that. Especially if you could have apple crumble, rhubarb crumble as well. Disgusting. It is a fantasy novel. There's Lovecraftian horrors and everything. I like the idea that I would have it that England used to be a place, but one of the Lovecraftian horrors sank it because they just didn't like the English. That's what I'd go with. And then it's 3 little islands. That's a fun idea. I'm a clever boy. The eel soup is fucking... I've never had eels. I hear they're better than you expect, but still kind of gnarly. Anyway, that's enough of that. We're off now. I still have stuff to do. I have funny edits to make in a video. But thank you for coming. It's always a pleasure. And I will catch you next time. Oh, yeah, Mrs. Sics streams. Go watch her every day. And I'll be streaming at the weekend as well. And all sorts of other things. And also videos. Watch them all. Watch them again. Go watch more of my videos. Thank you very much. I'll catch you later. Bye.
Go bye.